It's time for the next Polka update. In today's video, I'm going to cover the latest from the Dotsama Auctions, Moonbeam, Acala, Polkadex, Altair, Mangata, Imbue, and Interlay. Let the chaos begin. Looking at Polkadot, there's not much going on other than two crowd loans. Battling it out, Omni BTC and Kylan. Personally, I'm not a fan of Kylan because of their aggressive tokenomics favoring VCs and not the community. They're currently in the lead with just over $42,000, but Omni BTC is the interesting one. I actually started looking into it just to see what it's about. Now, I saw it's got 21 million total supply to be like Bitcoin and like someone else we're familiar with on this channel. Yep, Chainx. And so I saw on their website that they're working on building bridges between any chain so that you can swap any token from one chain with a token on another chain. That's all well and good, but now with all this FUD regarding crypto bridges being insecure and hackable, I'm not too sure if that will work too well. Then the other thing that caught my attention is that they're planning to use XBTC, which is the tokenized version of Bitcoin, on Chainx. Chainx, who didn't even become a parachain anymore, didn't give the community their SherpaX airdrop because they dropped the SherpaX parachain narrative, which was there initially. So yeah, they're planning to use the layer 0 protocol so that users can lend their Bitcoin and borrow any stablecoin in any chain. Chainx also had a big vision, and how much of that vision was actually delivered? That's all you have to ask yourself. Moving on to Kusama, GM, Parachain, and Snow are still the only two visibly ones showing up as the crowdloan participants, and apparently there was an issue with the Snow Parachain. They accidentally set the configuration to a 6-week lease instead of the standard 48 weeks, and they launched a proposal to Kusama to get it changed. And I support the proposal, so please do upvote and comment if you also support it. Let the Kusama counselors fix this mistake so that we can happily crowdloan and embrace the Snow network on Kusama. At the moment, Basilisk are also winning every block in the bids because they're self-funding the lease extension and have more KSM than the largest participant of the crowd loan. Moving on to the news, Moonbeam have retweeted some big news about their integration with MyEther Wallet's new wallet specific for multi-chain support. It's called Encrypt, and it allows you to go from Polkadot to EVM and back with one interface. I just hope they can simplify staking, governance functions, and parachain teleporting if they really want it to be better than the Polkadot web wallet. Acala staking program is live. After the last program ended, people didn't take it so well, but now we can earn some extra income while waiting for the bull to return and for the ACA coin to become very valuable again. You can stake by simply going to the Acala dApp and hit earn, then hit collateral staking, and you choose Acala from the options, choose the amount and stake, and that's all. Binance also announced support for staking, but it's different. It's different than the one that you're used to. It's for locked savings and flexible savings, which generates rewards of up to 7.73%. Moving on, Polkadex, the first order book DEX on Polkadot, have made some progress. Let's see what have they launched in June and July. They started a contest with the launch of the Polkadex public testnet known as Kaizen. Kaizen being the Japanese concept for continuous improvement, and I too tried to test their test version of their DEX, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to work too well with existing wallets. When you try to select the account on Google Chrome, you get the pop-up asking you to approve, but it never finds your account. I haven't tried importing an account to see if it works this way. Not sure what's going on there, but if it works for you, let me know in the comments below, as I'm personally eager to test that out, so we'll try later. Altair have just extended their lease for another 11 months by winning a self-funded auction on Kusama. Unfortunately, people that had contributed to their initial crowd loan last year on KuCoin still didn't receive their heir. Cassidy said she'll discuss it with KuCoin, but it seems like they never acted upon that discussion as it's still in the air. Excuse the pun. Let's talk about Mangata DEX for a bit. Remember when you tried to crowdloan to Mangata, and like myself, you probably never got that shot because it only lasted for like an hour? Back then they were giving us at least 6,250 MGX for each 1 KSM, and now if I try to buy 1 KSM worth of MGX on their DEX, you get just over 19k MGX. I understand it was free and this is paid, but a third of your KSM is not too bad as ROI, although not all of your MGX is unlocked from that crowd loan, so things could still change for the better or for the worse. Only time will tell. Turing Network's second distribution to crowdloan contributors has just happened today. I've insta-compounded mine because of the juicy APY of around 286%. And remember that this APY will not last because Tur is not trading anywhere yet, and the first exchange you will trade on will be Mangata DEX. I've also discussed with my friend who's in charge of the Polka tip bot on Telegram to integrate Tour with the tip bot so that people can tip each other in Tour coins. Also remember that in theory anybody can supply liquidity if they want on a DEX and add Tour and KSM, but they'll have to open up the channel because as it stands, Tour are on their own parachain and a tokenized version can't be created yet. Imbue Network have also announced that they've been accepted into the Substrate Builders program. This program is an initiative by Parity themselves to support builders in the ecosystem. They'll likely support from a monetary standpoint too and not just in terms of code. And finally, last but not least, Interlay have announced the launch of the bootstrapping of AUSD INTR pool, which means you'll be able to teleport your INTR over to Acala's DEX and then simply bootstrap that INTR in order to earn some extra passive income. I'll do a tutorial on how you can actually achieve that later today. That's been it from today's video. Thanks as always for watching and take care.